Is this homemade Egg McMuffin better than the fast food version? Make ours in less than 10 minutes and find out. Just a few ingredients are required to make the homemade version of the popular Egg McMuffin. Eggs, processed cheddar cheese slices, Black Forest ham slices, and English muffins. Parchment paper, a non-stick skillet or griddle with a lid, small mixing bowl, and a toaster oven are useful. I'm starting with the cooking setup, preparing the skillet for the cooking process. I'm setting the heat to medium-low to heat the skillet. The English muffin preparation is next. These English muffins are already fork split, but sometimes they don't divide evenly. I'm inserting a fork along the split to ensure I have two even halves. Both halves go into the middle of the toaster oven, cut side down. With my temperature setting on toast broil and cooking method set to toast, I'll set the cooking timer for a short period of time to lightly toast the English muffin. I want to see toasted edges with the muffin remaining soft, not crunchy, just like the restaurant version. The egg is next. I have brown eggs on hand, but either brown or white-shelled eggs can be used. The nutrients are identical. Both are interchangeable and equally nutritious. I'm cracking only one large egg into the mixing bowl. I'm making just one serving of homemade Egg McMuffin. A light whisk with a fork breaks up the yolk for even cooking. Scrambling the egg is not the goal for this recipe. With the skillet preheated to medium-low, the egg white will cook as soon as it reaches the skillet surface, turning milky white. Preheating the skillet limits the spread of the raw egg into those lacy wisps of egg that turn unpleasantly chewy at the edges. Keeping the egg soft throughout is the goal. You'll also notice I didn't add any oil or fat to the skillet. Because the skillet is non-stick and the temperature is low, this egg will cook without sticking to the pan. Added fat is not required. I'm pulling in the edges to shape the egg to fit the English muffin and to create volume. While the egg remains soft and unbrowned, I'll flip it over to cook the raw egg side. Cover with a lid and remove the skillet from the heat so the egg will gently cook through without overcooking. The condensation forming on the lid keeps the egg slightly moist and the heat is trapped underneath. This method will keep the egg soft throughout, but ensure it is cooked thoroughly and not raw. While the egg finishes cooking through, off the heat, I'll grab the lightly toasted English muffin halves for the final assembly. But first, I'll set up the parchment paper by laying it flat and grabbing the cheese slices to have both cheese and ham at my fingertips. After placing the English muffin halves onto the parchment paper, the ham slices the first layer of this homemade Egg McMuffin. Ham is lean and the nutrition profile of most brands would be similar, so you can use your favorite ham slice. I like this one because the size is perfect for the English muffin. Once the processed cheese slice is carefully peeled off its plastic wrapper, it's layered on top of the ham. Next, the egg. The egg and toasted English muffin are warm, but the ham and the cheese remain cool from refrigeration. I'm folding the parchment paper carefully over the homemade Egg McMuffin to contain it. Then, sliding it back into the toaster oven to warm for a few minutes. If your toaster oven remains warm inside after toasting your English muffin, the remaining heat should suffice. But if the oven has cooled off, set the heat to its lowest level and the bake setting, and time the warming process for a few minutes. It's been 3 minutes. Time to see how this homemade Egg McMuffin has turned out. The cheese is warm and slightly melted. This homemade Egg McMuffin is perfect and ready to eat. This one looks amazing. But let's see how it compares to the original. I have a bag of 4 different Egg McMuffin styles from my local McDonald's restaurant. Which one would you choose? Both have similar nutrition profiles, both breakfast sandwiches taste great, and both are under 300 calories. When I'm out, the McDonald's restaurant version is my go-to breakfast sandwich, and when I'm at home, I make one. And because the calorie count for this breakfast sandwich is under 300 calories, I can add more nutritious foods for a well-rounded breakfast. Add my coffee with cream, and I have a total breakfast calorie count of 475 calories, leaving me with a generous 1,325 calories for the rest of the day. But what about the other 3 styles of Egg McMuffin sandwiches? How do they compare? Let's take a look. The original Egg McMuffin, the sausage and egg McMuffin, the bacon and egg McMuffin, and the chicken McMuffin sandwich. The original Egg McMuffin has 290 calories. The sausage and egg McMuffin has 440 calories, almost as many calories as my entire breakfast. The bacon and egg McMuffin has 310 calories. And the chicken and egg McMuffin has 360 calories. The nutrition information for these breakfast sandwiches can be found here in this pamphlet from your local McDonald's restaurant or online at nutritioninfo@mcdonalds.com. Which breakfast sandwich will you choose? The choice is always yours. Enjoy. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe and click the notifications bell to get all the latest under 300 calories recipes.